today I am going to be doing a video on Drugstore BB creams. I have a few for you here just to kind of talk about, and then I did a demo on this Aveeno one because out of the 4 that I have, this one is my favorite. So I will insert clips from the demo. Okay, well first I'm going to go into, I did a video and demo on one of my favorite BB creams, which is the Drugstore BB Cream. If you haven't seen that, I'll try and link it somewhere. I absolutely love that one, but there are a lot of BB creams from the drugstore. Now, BB cream stands for Blemish Balm, Beauty Balm, usually an all-in-one type product. So a lot of them function as a primer, as a moisturizer, as some type of coverage, and then have other skin benefits. It's really hard to find, and then have an SPF as well. It's really hard to find a good one from the drugstore. A lot of the drugstore ones come out and they don't necessarily have the skincare aspect to them. They have the sunscreen, they maybe have the moisturizer, and they have a tint. But a lot of them don't have really super great coverage like a traditional Asian BB cream would. So I'm just going to kind of start out. Now this one even says on it from Maybelline, it says sheer tint. Medium sheer tint. So this is in the medium color, and it is the Dream Fresh 8-in-1. So it claims to have 8-in-1. And what it claims to do is blur imperfections, enhances, brightens, adjusts skin tone, smooths, hydrates, SPF 30, and 0% oils and a heavy ingredient. So apparently that is the 8 things. This one I got when I was in the summer. It's very, very liquidy. So it comes out very, very liquidy. This is the medium, and like I said, I got this in the summer. As you can see, it's dripping down my hand. This is a really messy one. So as you can see, this is the medium one. I'm just going to apply it to my hand. Once I rub it in, it does an okay job, but when you apply it to the skin, it really has very sheer coverage. So if you're looking for something like that has sunscreen in it that you can throw on and go to the beach, I would suggest this one. This has 1 fluid ounce, and it's around $8 to $9, and you can always probably find a Maybelline coupon. So that is this one. Very, very sheer coverage. I don't find that it's buildable. I find it's always sheer. But this is a good one for people who don't really care about the coverage. They kind of want a sunscreen, moisturizer, tinted. This is a great one for hot summer days, the beachy type stuff. The next 2 are from Garnier. Now, Garnier came out with one of the original drugstore BB creams from what I can remember. Garnier. So this is the Skin Renewal. It has SPF 15. Now this one from Maybelline has SPF 30. So the Maybelline one has more SPF than the Garnier Fructis ones. This is the Miracle Skin Perfecting, and this is in light medium. Gently apply to the face and neck prior to sun exposure for instant coverage and correction, as well as protection. So SPF 15. So this is the old formula, which a lot of people said was very, very greasy. Not the old formula, the original formula. It's more of a cream product. The Maybelline one did not have very much of a smell. This one is more of a thicker cream, and it has a smell to it. So if smells bother you, it has a perfumey smell to it. I find it gives a little bit more coverage, but it's a lot more greasy. So that is the biggest complaint with this one, is that it was really, really greasy. And so if you have dry skin, this is definitely one of the favorites of dry skin folks. So I know a lot of my friends with dry skin have really liked this formula, but if you have maybe normal to oily skin, you probably won't like the formula on this. But Garnier came out with a new formula, and this is the combination to oily skin formula. Now I have this one in medium deep. I by accidentally got the wrong color. So I know that this comes in 3 different colors, and the Garnier, the original, comes in I think 4. It has a lighter shade that this kind does not carry. Okay, so this basically claims to do the same thing, but it has SPF 20 in it. So the original has SPF 15 and the new combination to oily has SPF 20. So I upped the SPF. So let's just see. It has a little bit more watery of a consistency, different packaging as well. I don't know if they've upped the packaging on all of them, but it's a different packaging. Both come with, this one, the original comes with 2.5 fluid ounces, and this one only comes with 2. So you get more, I guess, in the original packaging. And let me just show you. Obviously, it does not match my skin tone. It probably will in the summer. I like to use a lot of BB creams in the summer. So there is that one. And you can probably see better the kind of coverage that this gives just because it is darker. So it gives a little bit more coverage. Oily skin one for combination to oily dries as more of a matte satin finish. So I have the different ones on my hand. I'm going to give this one a second, but this is the combination one and this is the other one. This one, the light's not shining in here, but in person it has more of a dewy finish, and this one is drying more to a satin finish. So it's nice to be able to have 2 different options from the drugstore if you are looking for one. I think those both run around $9 to $11 depending on where you look for them. But I find that if you set them with a powder, the wear time on all BB creams, except for all BB creams from the drugstore, the wear time on them is not as long as a foundation. This is really to be used in place like your moisturizer, your foundation, and that's why I use it more in the spring, summer. My skin's a little bit tanner. I don't feel like I need as much, like my imperfections are a little bit more blurred because of the more color to my skin. When my skin's a little bit more pale, I feel like I need a little bit more coverage in the winter months. When it comes summer, you know, you can give or take with foundation. Sometimes you don't really feel like it's so hot out, you don't feel like putting on a foundation. So that's when it's nice to grab a BB cream coming into the spring, summer, and just have something that is going to provide light-ish coverage, but still give you that protection from the sun if you're out in the sun, and just the ability to wear makeup but not look like you're wearing a ton. So I really do like the Garnier one. This is the one I'm wearing on my skin right now, and as you can see, it does have a little shine right here. I did not set it with a powder because I wanted you guys to see how it wore. I am wearing blush and a highlighter on my cheek, so all the shine is not necessarily from this, but in my T-zone right here, I just wanted you to be able to see it is a little bit more of a dewy finish. I do like this one. It is probably the most coverage. Now this is the Aveeno Clear Complexion BB Cream. This one has SPF 30, so it's the most out of all of these. It's comparable to the SPF in the Maybelline. This one is oil-free and it has Active Naturals Total Soy Complex. Comes with 2.5, so it does come with more fluid ounces. This is around $13. I found mine at Target, but I know it can be found other places. It's like a moisturizer, and it smells really, really pleasant. It smells like a moisturizer. It goes on like a cream lotion, so I'm just going to show you guys how it goes on. Now, I've showed this in a video before. It comes with a little pump method, which I really like more than I do the squeeze out tubes. So this one comes in a pump. The smell is really nice. It smells like their Positively Radiant lotion, so if you're familiar with that scent, that's what it smells like. This is in light to fair, and I just want you to see like the coverage on this. Really, I'll just apply it to my hand, and then I will do the split screen of applying it to my face. It gives pretty decent coverage, the best out of all of them. I just find that it feels the best on my skin. I prefer to wear it out of all the drugstore ones I have. So there is the coverage of the Aveeno, and now I'm just going to show you me applying it. So first I start by putting a few layers on my face. I just dot it out, and then I go ahead and apply the first layer. I really like the way that this blends into my skin, and but I do find that it doesn't cover up very well the first layer. I kind of have to build it up a little bit. It just really goes for what, it just really depends on what you're going for. Today I'm a little bit more pale, so I'm going for a little bit more coverage. But it is a moisturizer all in one. So that is the coverage. That is the coverage of the first layer. Nothing but that. I'm just building this up a little bit, and as you can see, I need a little bit more coverage on my face, so I'm just going to go ahead and apply a second layer. The smell of this is really, really nice. From the demo, I really love the way that this applies. It does have a little bit of shine, so if that is, it has a little bit more of a dewy finish, even though it claims to be oil-free. But if that is a problem for you, I don't find this breaks me out at all, but if the dewy-ish like finish is a problem for you, I would go ahead and set it with a powder. You can always do that. I didn't, just because I wanted you to see how it wore with other makeup. But when you're coming into the spring and summer, you don't really want a matte finish. If you do have trouble, this one is for oily skin, the Garnier one. But this one is oil-free. It doesn't say that it's oil-free, but it's for combination to oily skin. This one claims to be oil-free. It says that on the package. Now, you know, I like a more dewy finish in the spring and summer, so that's kind of what I go for, a little bit more matte in the winter. So I like the way that this wears. But if you do have if you do feel like you would like to set it, you can always feel free to set it with a powder. But out of all of them, I really love this one from Aveeno. This is kind of how it wears on my face. I applied a little bit of the Oil Volée concealer, and then I touched up a little concealer right here on my zit, but as you can see, I tried not to put any concealer on my blemish right there so you could see kind of the coverage. Doesn't really cover that, but you know what? Sometimes that's fine. You just gotta work through those little zits. So I really enjoy having BB creams. I hope this was helpful for you. Now, I feel like I have a lot of drugstore BB creams to get through, so I'm not really going to be purchasing any. But if you would like to leave your comments below for other people of ones that you find really helpful, or ones that you really love from the drugstore, go ahead and do that. I am going to be doing another video on BB creams, and I'm going to go over Asian BB creams, which tend to have a little bit more skin benefits and a little bit more coverage. So that is my drugstore BB cream and Aveeno demo. I hope it was helpful for you. If you have any questions or comments, go ahead and leave them below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in my next video. Mwah!